Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another NIKKE reaction. Today we have a very new song. It was only released like a day ago. This is Mind Over, and I also will be listening to Mind Over Betrayal, the remix version that I assume is done by Cosmograph. I've heard a lot of Cosmograph recently in like multiple different properties, so I'm kind of excited to hear what Nien has to offer as far as composition again, and just kind of get back into it. So I guess without further ado, let's go! My god, okay, that started immediately. Okay, Nien. A game right off the bat, okay. Heavy energy. It's almost thrashy. I'm loving the change-ups he's doing. Great pattern choices. Having fun on the toms here. Oh. Weirdly, it's kind of giving me like original Black Ops Zombies energy. It's giving Kevin Sherwood for real. A little bit more 80s in there though with the guitars and everything. But I love that energy. There it is. This is why we deal with Nien all the time. This is why we stand. This is why the king, this is why he reigns. I love that. I love that. Almost kind of a Mudvayne style riff in there. I like that a lot. I love how straightforward this drum part is, too. Like, it might sound like it's doing a lot, but every single phrase has such a unique identity on the kit. But it's also just, it's pure. It's exactly what you want to hear in those moments. He's not overplaying or anything. Or over-programming, I suppose. Unless he does play the drums. In which case, pretty good. Multi-instrumentalists, they scare me. So I prefer to believe they don't exist. But composers do their thing. So they might not actually play, but they know what they're doing. God, I love this solo part. My hair is falling apart. I can't stand up. I can't handle this. My hair also wants to headbang. And now I think we're gonna get to hear a transition into Cosmo's version? Yeah, okay. It didn't transition straight into it. I thought it might. Ooh, a completely different energy. I see why he didn't, like, fade it in more naturally. This is different enough you really can't. See what he does to it. Ooh. Nice addition of that, like, tom run, just going straight down on just one hit. Really nice power. Oh. Keeping that, like, melody existing in the rhythm. We're basically completely changing up the energy. This might be the most, like, unique adjustment. This is the most severe remix I've heard him do in a while. He didn't just add some synths to it, which I honestly believe is kind of what he was doing with, like, the last one I heard. But man, he really just reimagined this one for sure. Got a little bit of a bridge. Ooh, hasty bass drop there. I really do like that he kind of spaced this out more. Gave it some more room, did the halftime. Again, this is a reimagining. Doesn't even feel like a remix. That word feels wrong in this case. I really like this part too. Again, with the synth kind of keeping the original feel of the song. But this could be a completely different track. If you didn't tell me this was like a remix, I wouldn't even believe you until you got to like this part. It uses more of that original feel. I do like the addition of the lyrics in this as well. Like, I really can't get over how different these are. And I love this like acidic sort of bridge here before it gets back into it, which I gotta assume is probably the end of this video. It's probably not gonna loop again. There it goes. Yep. 2 repeats. Just a single repetition of the same thing twice. That's a good, healthy way to get somebody's full experience in, you know? So I think I said a lot of what I wanted to say. I was pretty yappy in this video. I think I'm just extra spicy in the brain today, so I think most of my points have been made. But I just want to restate how impressed I am with Nien on this one, especially. The entirety of that song felt like it was fully thought out. It was so well paced, well placed. Everything in it had its place to be and knew exactly what it was going to do. It is really a shining example of how to just write a song with multiple different phrases, multiple different like approaches to the song as it went through. It wasn't the same copy paste thing all the way through. Every single section had a very unique identity like I talked about, but this one is just like a masterclass of that ability, keeping things fresh while still keeping it consistent in its inconsistency. Having all those different phrases feels like it's a bunch of different things going on, but never once did I go, is this a different song? Like, it was definitely just one piece, but it had so many different moving parts that worked so well harmoniously together. I just could not get over it. And then Cosmograph coming in here with like what I believe might be like a neurofunk kind of feel, like that kind of came out of nowhere. Again, it felt almost like a complete reimagining of the song rather than just a remix. It felt like he was handed the same chords and maybe like a 20-second soundbite of a demo that Nien was working on. He was just like, I already have an idea, and just went with that. Like, and that's kind of cool in its own right, where I mentioned the ones I've heard in the past, they've done stuff like this before, where the songs feel so unique between each other, but they're supposed to be the same track. But more recently, I've only heard ones that feel much more similar, like it is basically just the original song with some minor adjustments, adding some synth, maybe a little bit just EDM feel in there, but otherwise feels almost exactly the same as the original track. And then there's ones like this that feel so unique in their identities that if you weren't to play them side by side, I would never know if it was the exact same song or not. I wouldn't be able to pull out the little intricate details that made that remix feel and sound like the original without them being right next to each other. Like, especially in that melody, just using the synth and basically just restructuring what Nien had done on the guitar and taking only the rhythm section from that, turning it into a synth and just going off of that, working off that, and then basically just taking a loop of that section that Nien did for like the bridge and utilizing that as kind of his own bridge. I just can't get over how well this one was done from both of them individually, because they truly just feel like completely unique experiences. And that's an amazing feat for somebody just taking a song and doing a remix. Like, again, that word feels wrong. This feels like a completely original track, and Nien just knocked it out of the park. Basically gave Cosmo a layup of a track, something that just had so much to work with and was so straightforward in every single part of what it was, and it was just so damn tight that you could just take that and do whatever you want with it, and no matter what you do with it, it's gonna work out. And Cosmo proved that by basically writing an entirely new song with this as the inspiration. This might be in my new top 5 of songs they've done together. Like, I don't know if I would count them as doing this together, since one was composed by Nien and then the other was remixed by Cosmo, but I'm gonna say that this kind of just works together. Like, if it wasn't for Cosmo and Nien together as a duo, I don't think NIKKE's music would be anything what it is and what it's become, so they definitely have their legacy left. And I think as a result, they just both need equal praise for making a song like this work so uniquely in both of their own original styles. It is just fantastic. But I think that's about all I've got to say on it, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you have other songs you want me to get to from NIKKE, please let me know and I will do my best to get to them in the future. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for other stuff I have coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!